Hello.
Everyone, and welcome to Arduino EDUvision live episode number 8.
Ooh, we have only 2 left.
Yes, this one and then 2 more.
Exactly.
Hi, I'm Melissa.
Roxana. Hello, everyone.
And I can see there's already people joining. I can see
Yes.
some comments from YouTube. There is, for example, Oscar joining from Mexico.
Mexico.
Nice.
Canada. Right? Yes. Oh, Natalie from Canada. Hello, Natalie.
Hello.
From
and I
India.
can see people writing from YouTube, but you can also watch this from LinkedIn and from
Exactly.
Facebook and use the chat there. And if you're wherever you're watching this from, hit the thumbs up so we can see that you're watching and joining us today.
Exactly. So hello, everyone. And also don't forget to write from where you're joining and what you do and who you are. So we always like to know you guys. Pierluigi, hello. Really nice to see you. So today we're celebrating Father's Day with fun activities to do as a family at home,
Yes.
right?
Yes, we're going to show you a smart trash can project that we built and share
Exactly.
a tutorial. So here's a sneak
Yes,
peek.
like that.
And then this is also because this week we're going to celebrate the World Ocean Day and our environment.
Exactly.
So this is also something that you can do at home with
Very
simple
easy.
things as cardboard, but you can also learn about recycling together with your kids.
Exactly.
Through this
And today we also have 2 very special guests. We have Arduino CEO, Fabio Violante, and his 10-year-old girl, Giulia.
Yes.
So,
and with them, we will talk about the sort of STEAM activities they're working on and they're doing at home and how they use Arduino products at home.
exactly. So that will be super interesting. So don't miss that out. And remember that on last episode, we talked about science, all about science. We had 2 guests, Alison Green from the UK and also Engin Bumbacher from Switzerland. So, and we also try an activity with the Science Journal to measure our heart rates. So
Yes.
that's what we do. What we did last week. And if you missed the episode, remember that you can watch it on our Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn channels.
Yeah, and you can find the link easiest from our EDUvision site.
Exactly. That's easier.
And you can still try out the heart rate activity, or even the one we did 2 episodes ago, the one where we danced with the Science Journal app.
Yeah, that was so much fun.
Yeah.
We also presented one of the projects that you guys shared with us. It was an advanced Arduino Uno LED matrix controller submitted by Ahmed Siba from Algeria. So thank you, Ahmed. Your stuff, Arduino cool goodies are on their way. So thank you so much for sharing the project.
Yeah, and today we're going to see one more project from you guys. And remember, if you have an Arduino project at home and you would like to see it here on EDUvision or you would like to share it with us, you can do it on our EDUvision site, arduino.cc/education/EDUvision. But also if you're doing Arduino projects and sharing them on social media, you can use the hashtag Arduino EDUvision.
Exactly. So we have so many people joining too, saying hello from India, Ghana, Dubai, Brazil, Colombia, Lebanon, nice, Spain. Wow. Thank you so much, guys, for joining and say hello.
Yeah, and I can see a lot of people writing from LinkedIn and YouTube, but people watching from Facebook, where are
you people from we have now one from Mexico, one from Facebook, China, Saudi Arabia. Wow. Thank you for joining. So
it's time for a special guest. Roxana, would you like to introduce them?
Of course. So as we mentioned, we have Arduino CEO, Fabio Violante, and he has been heading up our business since 2017. But more than a CEO, Fabio is, of course, a dad and has an important role doing that with his 10-year-old daughter, Giulia. So let's welcome them. Hey.
Welcome.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hello, Giulia. Hello, Fabio. Thank you for joining.
Hello, Roxana, Melissa, and everyone from, I think, from everywhere. So if you see my eyes going crazy, it's because I'm reading the comments in real time. So, and hello, everyone.
Yes,
and
hello.
remember, if you have any questions to Fabio or Giulia, you can use the chat. Don't hesitate to add your questions.
Exactly.
But we can start with our first of our
Our
questions.
questions,
So,
yes.
this week we're celebrating on Father's Day in different countries. In Italy, I think it's in March. It
Yes.
has been a few months ago. Do you have some things that you usually do on a Father's Day? Do you have some traditions?
Not really. So it's there are some gifts,
Yeah.
and that's the most interesting part. But we sort of enjoy the fact that it's one moment when you can celebrate father. Otherwise, father is always working, and
Yeah.
That's
so we
true.
enjoy. But we don't have a special tradition.
Then at home, not on Father's Day, but maybe some others, do you do some kind of activities or projects together?
We do.
We did quite a few.
Yeah.
Sometimes we do cards, or we paint
And we
Nice.
do play.
and we play piano.
Of course,
Yeah.
it's my passion. It's passion, but we have a lot of fun also playing piano. You can see it on the back. So
Yeah.
she's becoming great at piano.
Yeah.
That's
You told
nice.
us that, Giulia, you were playing yesterday piano live on Zoom.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's very good. So, Giulia and Fabio, how do you use Arduino products together?
Well, we did quite a few projects. Like once we fixed the plants because there was too much water going to the plants and they were dying, and we fixed them with Arduino. And when I was in grade 1, Dad came with a Bratto, little robot,
Oh,
to school and showed my friends, and they liked it very much.
It was really challenging, by the way, because the kids were asking a lot of questions, and a few of the kids were doing like a robotic class, and they knew everything. So I was surprised
Wow.
because I was going there just to explain what the engineer does it for a living, and they knew already it. So
Wow.
They were teaching you.
Exactly. Yeah, it's amazing all the information that children have now. Like they know a lot more than us. So yeah, it's very interesting to learn from them too.
Yeah. And for this episode also, you built a project. It was a bridge that you built with the traffic lights.
yeah, we can
How
show
did you
it.
come up with that? Yeah, you can show
Let's
it.
see.
So
Well, okay, that's our bridge. Sorry for the non-professional, let's say, video, but it's
fine.
the real bridge, and we can make it work. So it's
Yay.
bridging two tables. They have a gap, so we use it to bridge this gap. So Giulia, if you want to answer, yeah.
yeah.
Well, we had this idea because I already told you first that we had these two tables who were separate, and I had some Lego people, so I decided that I wanted them to pass, and well, we built a bridge for them to go to the nearby city, I think.
Okay. How was the process? Did you have something that was challenging?
Well, the Arduino part wasn't easy, but wasn't difficult, and Dad explained it to me, and well, the rest was quite easy.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Nice.
we used a bunch of components. We used the Arduino Uno,
We used
the LEDs for
the traffic light. Then we used cardboards for the structure.
Yeah.
Homemade because
the cord.
a cork and the thing you find string tied up in, and so
So now we have it working. I don't know if you can see the the video.
I can.
Yeah. Yeah.
The bridge
Yes,
is going
good.
on.
Nice. Yes.
So
I'm really impressed how it looks like.
Yeah,
the-
it's really good. The light,
Yeah,
I
how
the
it
traffic light there, it's really nice.
And we had
But
also a
it's so
guest for the decoration. We had a guest that was one of Giulia's friends that helped us.
Yes.
really, that's so nice.
Yes, she helped me decorate.
Okay.
Because we put also some trees. They put some trees on top of that.
You did a really great job. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
But it's also really interesting how you mentioned, like, with very few or basic components and cardboard, you can do great things, because sometimes people think that they need complex stuff, right? So with very basic components, you can do great things with your creativity. So this is really nice. The result is really cool.
Definitely.
Yes, it's true.
Good job.
Yeah, really nice. What was the part that you enjoyed the most, Julia? Like the coding, the hands-on part, the circuit, the building circuit. Which part do you enjoy the most?
Well, I liked when Dad explained it to me because he let me fix together some stuff. He showed me how the LEDs worked, and I liked it.
Nice.
And also soldering.
Oh yes, and he let me solder something.
Yes.
Was it
So
the first time you were doing soldering?
Yes.
Yeah.
So she
Did
was
you-
scared at
Yeah.
the beginning, but then it was much easier.
Yes, it wasn't bad. I had a lot of fun,
Yeah, exactly.
and my mom was worried.
She's soldering now.
Yeah. Soon you can help Dad with work projects too.
With other more complex things. But you already start with doing the basics. So that's what also you need to do, right? Start somewhere, start with the basics, and then you can do a bunch of stuff later. So it's really cool that you start doing that. Nice.
So I think from that point of view, I think Giulia was very proficient with the LEDs part. The most part, of course, we had in the house a stepper motor, so it was a little bit more complicated. So I had to help her with the motor part. But she was already used to write code because at
And we write some programs to make to pass the level. Where usually in the coding that we do, there are little robots or something drawn, and with your coding, you can move them how you want.
and they use the block languages. So
Yes, we also.
yeah, they use
Nice.
Scratch. Also, number of tools. It's incredible how many SaaS services they're using right now, and how many pretty advanced tools. So this was the first time they were writing code the Arduino style, but they use block language quite extensively since grade 2. Since grade 2.
Since grade 1.
Since grade 1.
Very young.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah,
It's
and
very important.
the same logical thinking is there behind. So once you get the idea with block coding, then you can. It's just like learning another language, kind of different words, but it's the same logic.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, in fact, she implemented the traffic light logic autonomously. Saying, okay, let's stop the car before they fall.
Exactly. That's the next step. So talking about like children learning about coding and programming, could you tell us, Fabio, how do you see education shifting and evolving?
No, I think we mentioned this already a few minutes ago, but it's very, very important because what we see now here is that for me, learning is becoming more interesting, and also more sophisticated because students now have access to a number of tools and information in a more widespread manner compared to several years ago, but even a few years ago. And with pandemic, this really exploded. So kids have access to a lot of hands-on information, going to YouTube, to TikTok, and this also stimulates a lot their creativity. In turn, of course, the teachers are challenged because students are really, really, proficient now. So they know a lot of things, and they are more serious about artificial intelligence, autonomous vehicle, things like sustainability, the green issue, and the environmental challenges. So it's very important because they come to teachers with a vast array of questions, and teachers need to be able to, let's say, respond to kids' questions. So it's very, very interesting, and that's a very positive thing, in my opinion. So this will drive our society into a much better situation compared to where we were a few years ago.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. It will be interesting to see that.
Yeah, and how important is it for you to lead a company with a focus on education?
So it's very, very important because Arduino was sort of starting from education, and our mission is to foster creativity and to democratize technology. So it's really, really important to start from young generation, because we cannot imagine a future without an important role of young generation as the creative energy for our society. So what we want to do at Arduino is to be always present in education, both with individual tools and simple tools that can be used standalone, but also with the curricular path and tools that can simplify the life of teachers also on the other side, as I said before.
Yeah, I think that part, that's what among other things, really like Arduino, that it's very friendly to use. We have many teachers that at the beginning are afraid because they are not familiar with it. But once they start using it, they see that it's really easy and friendly. And what I like even more is like how it can open up many opportunities for the students, for children to see the potential, what they can do by learning how to control stuff. So it's amazing to see the things that they come up with when they start working with Arduino.
It's crazy. And it's really, really impressive to see, how our educational team, so you guys, went ahead with that. So I was looking at the demonstration a few days ago about our CTC program. And it's really impressive because whenever you as a teacher have an issue or may have a question, there is always a ready-made answer for you that this, it's really relieving, because it's another way of teaching. And the fact that everything is project-based, it's incredible, because kids can see the outcome and then understand the why, rather than, going through a lot of theory and then, if there is time, doing something. So it's really impressive.
Exactly.
I have a question for both of you. Fabio, as a father, do you have some tips for other parents how to get started with Arduino, but also for Giulia, for other students? Or if you would like to try out different Arduino projects with your parents, do you have any tips?
So if I can start, I think the introductory products that we have, like in the case of students, the student kit or the starter kit, if you want to take like a more general approach, probably they are good, because you have all the material inside that allow you to do a lot of things already. So you don't have to worry about, because of course you can start with simple electronics, with simple programming. So I think that is a very, very nice starting point. Also, personally, I think that we now live in this connected world where also our introductory product for IoT could be a good starting point, because they are very easy and people are used to concepts like Wi-Fi connection and things like that. And what I have seen by doing personal this project, because I'm planning to use them with Giulia in the future, is that they are very guided. So it's very easy to go from one step to the other. Yeah. Also, even if they involve the cloud. So I think starter kits for Arduino, they're the right way, or the student kit, probably.
Yeah, true. And what about Giulia?
Well, Arduino can be really fun, so maybe try projects at home, maybe with your parents or with some friends. And you can make some things like projects for school that you can maybe show to your classmates.
Okay, that's great. Also, yes, you can use them to show them to your classmates. Yes, that's another thing. So because kids like to to show what they have done. And in the school, we do a lot of practical projects.
Yes, we do lots of projects. So, and sometimes the teacher lets us choose what to do. So, if she says to do something that I don't know, is just an example, has something that is similar to what we're doing in coding, you could also try something with Arduino.
And one of your friends did a mechanical hand.
Oh, he came from upper school, and he did the mechanical hand. Who should have grabbed things, but one of the strings that he connected to the Arduino or something similar broke, and so he couldn't move the thumb.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's very impressive what kids can do, right, when they have material. So it's impressive.
Yeah, and I think the fun part that you can come up with the ideas. You don't have to follow something that already exists, but you can create something from your imagination.
Yeah.
And I think Arduino is a great tool for that.
Yeah. Also, there are so many good ideas or inspiration, like this project that Fabio and Giulia presented. You can start there, or you can go to maybe Arduino Project Hub, where you can find like thousands of great ideas from the community, since like from very easy things to more complex. So there's a lot of inspiration and many ways to get started. So don't be afraid.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, it's much easier than people think.
Exactly.
So before starting was looking complicated, but then it's very, very, very easy. And
that's true.
And kids become autonomous at some point. So the moment they start learning a new piece of knowledge and how to operate even a complex situation like a motor, like a stepper motor, then they make it as one of the tools that they have in their library of knowledge. So it's something that becomes much more automatic. So I'm pretty confident Giulia will be not following me as becoming an electronic engineer, but at least becoming very curious and passionate. So I think we saw this. We saw this transformation over time. So at the very beginning, she was skeptical and scared, and then at the end, she was enjoying so much. So she was asking to add another light. She was asking to add another side of the bridge. So making my life more complex.
Yeah, that's also good that she started challenging you.
Yes.
So that's also good.
Thank you for sharing your project and sharing your ideas. And if you want to read more about Fabio and Giulia, you can find the article from our EDUvision site. But thank you for today.
Thank you so much for joining for the project and for the time.
Thank you very much. And thank you to all the people that are listening to us. And I hope they will stay tuned with all the great activities that you are showing during the EDUvision. But as a team, I think you are an incredible team, and the quality of what you're doing is, in all honesty, from inside, but also from outside, it's really incredible and very handy for teachers to use. So I was teaching myself at university, but we had only books. You are providing a new way of getting people to be curious about technology and fostering their creativity. So it's amazing, and please continue doing that.
Thank you so much. See you soon. Take care. Bye, Giulia. Thank you.
Bye.
It was great.
Thank you. Yes, and like Fabio mentioned, kids are watching a lot of videos and a lot of tutorials from YouTube, TikTok, and there was also someone mentioned in the chat that they learned how to solder from a YouTube tutorial. And you can also find tutorials and videos from our EDUvision site. But I would also like to know in the chat, is there some kind of tutorial that you would like to see from us? Is it some video tutorials? Let us know in the chat.
Yeah.
But before we show today's project and today's tutorial, let's see an Edu Spotlight about open-ended projects with the Student Kit.
Let's watch.
Did you know that open-ended projects are a key strategy for creative independent thinkers and learners? An open-ended project is a project that doesn't have a well-defined goal. It allows students to develop their own solutions by following a design process. Students are expected to apply concepts they have previously learned to create their own unique, innovative solutions. It is a teaching method that gives them a greater understanding of a topic and increased motivation to learn. Learning responsibility, independence, and discipline are 3 outcomes of using open-ended projects in the classroom. Our Arduino Education kits use this approach to motivate students and help prepare them for the real world. For example, the Greenhouse and Holiday Light open-ended projects included in the Arduino Student Kit. Students are given objectives, criteria, and constraints for educators to evaluate their projects. However, it is up to the students to determine how their circuit operates and what the final outcomes looks like. It's all about giving them room for creativity and innovation. Their imagination is the limit.
All right.
Yes, and all of you who are interested to purchase your own student kit, we have a discount code, or not a code, but we have a discount on our store until the end of Sunday. So if you go to our store, you can find the discount for student kit.
Until the June 13, right?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So today we have another project submitted by you, Edu viewers. So it's a gaming console submitted by Dhruv. So let's take a look.
I recently challenged myself to run a video game on this little guy and output the video on a VG monitor, and that too from scratch without using any libraries. After 1 month of experimentation and countless hours of flickering torture, I finally got a resolution of 40 by 30. This is the game I came up with. You need to shoot these randomly appearing targets and the top bar would indicate the score. The VGA monitor is connected using these jumper wires. The push button lets you fire projectiles and the potentiometer is used for the left and right movement of the tank. So I can move and shoot using this button, and if I hit a target, a new one appears at a random position and the top bar increases in order to provide a visual representation of a score. From the top it looks pretty simple, but under the hood the software has to be extremely efficient to manage all the time critical signals required by the monitor. But the best part is that you can find this code on my GitHub and come up with some of your own games or try to recreate some classics like Pong, Snake, or even Tic-Tac-Toe. Thanks for watching.
Great.
Thank you, Dhruv. It was a really nice project and really nice video. I really liked it.
Yep.
And
So,
the Arduino Education merchandise is on its way.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. And remember you also to share your projects with us. Yes. Exactly there. And as we mentioned at the beginning of the show, this year celebrated on Sunday 20th, and in different days, it's the Father's Day celebrated in different days across the world. But I think this is a really good day to celebrate in family, doing some cool stuff, having quality time in family. So using most of materials you have at home, like cardboard or other materials, you can build some cool STEAM projects with your kids. And if you need some inspiration, we had last week an article about different STEAM activities you can do at home with your kids with very like materials that you have at home. So
yes,
you can find that on
from the EDUvision site. You can find the article where there's a bunch of different science activities that you can do. And we would also like to present one of the projects that you can do at home. But thank you for all the dads and of course all the moms for encouraging your children to try out new things.
Yeah, thanks for challenging them too. So it's time for today's project, right? So let's take a look.
Let's bring Anton. So hello, Anton.
Hello, guys.
I'm gonna put the smart trash can on this.
Yeah. Let me just show you really quickly what it's doing, all right?
Yeah. So here we have an ultrasonic sensor in the front of the trash can, and when it detects our hand or a trash, it triggers the servo motor that then opens the lid. And after a few seconds, it closes the lid again.
Exactly. So yeah, it uses a ultrasonic sensor and a servo motor that opens the lid. And we also have a tutorial for this project if you want to do it at home.
I can share my screen. So you can find the tutorial from our EDUvision site. Here, scroll here to featured tutorials, and here's a smart trash can, and you can see So where did you get the idea for this project, Anton?
I just mostly looked for projects you could do at home with simple materials, and looked around, and why not build a smart trash can for your home? Something you could do with your dad on Father's Day, for example. And it's
really cute.
Yeah, exactly. And it was quite. It took maybe a couple of hours to build, so it shouldn't be super hard if you're a beginner. You learn about using inputs and outputs and stuff like that. So it's a good project to create at home.
Yeah, and from the tutorial you can find a bit of info: ultrasonic sensor, standard servo motor, the wiring example, so you know how to wire the components. We have an example sketch for you, and you can see how we built inside the can. We drew where we would place everything, and then you can either glue or tape them, for example.
And you can design your trash can in any shape you want. So yeah, just go crazy with your ideas.
Yeah, and if you do create your own trash can or something else at home, please remember to share them. We would really like to see them.
Please share.
Thank you, Anton.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, are we done?
Yeah, that's
Almost,
it for today. We have a lot
Yes.
of different things. Remember the discount. If you don't have any Arduino components at home, you can purchase your student kit now and get started with all these different activities. You can follow the ones in student kit, or you can follow our tutorials or create your own ones.
Thank you for joining. Thank you to our special guest. Thank you, Anton. And don't forget to join next Thursday at same time, 5 p.m. And it's episode number 9. And we're going summer camp adventure.
Yes, we're going to have a special guest, Alison Earnhardt, an experienced physics, astronomy, and project-based engineering design teacher from the US.
And we will show some game controllers that will make you move.
Yes.
So don't miss that. Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. See you next week.
Thank you. Bye.
Adios.